Have you ever thought to yourself, I just cannot parent an older child because I have no experience being a parent? Hey, you are not alone. In this video, I want to talk to you about why it's important for you to look at fostering or foster to adopt, even if you've never parented before. All right, so let's talk about that. I was talking to one of my friends the other day who has adopted 3 special needs children internationally, her and her husband. And we had such a good conversation, but one of the things that she said that I thought was so profound was that when her and her husband first started looking into adoption, they didn't feel confident to parent an older child because they never had a child before. And so they thought, we have to adopt a newborn because we don't know what we're doing. And she said that over time, the Lord really changed her mindset about that. And she realized that that was actually a faulty mindset when you think about adoption. And I thought that was so profound. So I want to talk to you if you've been feeling the same way like my friend has, and you just don't feel like you've got what it takes to parent an older child because you've never parented before. Stick around because in this video, we're going to talk about that. Before we jump into the video, please subscribe to my channel to get more content like this about adoption and foster care. Like the video, share with your friends. All right, so it is completely normal to feel like you don't know what you're doing when you become a parent. And honestly, as a mom of 3 biological kids and now as a foster mom, I can promise you that when I brought my first son from the hospital, I did not feel equipped. I didn't feel like I knew anything about how to take care of a baby. I mean, not the first thing. And for me, even when I was growing up, I never babysat. So I was never in a role of actually watching over other kids or other people's kids. I just never did that. And so I was completely in new waters, and I had to read books to help me figure out what to do when you bring a newborn home and all of the things that all new moms do. And so the feeling of, I don't know if I can do this is a human being that I've been entrusted with, is a familiar feeling for every single first-time parent. So you're not the only one. And that feeling doesn't go away. I can tell you that feeling doesn't go away as your children grow up. So my oldest one is 12 now, and I still don't feel like I know what I'm doing. I have to read books and remind myself, okay, this is the new season that he's in. This is where his the development of his brain that's going on during this age. This is how I need to engage with him. And so we're literally growing with our children as they're growing, and we're learning as they're learning. Okay, and so it's completely normal to feel like you don't know what you're doing, but the good news is that there are so many resources out there that can help you with adoption and especially with how to parent an older child. Okay, so I want to encourage you, if you're looking into adoption right now and maybe you felt a tug on your heart for foster kids, but you just feel like, I don't think I am adequate enough. I don't think that I have the skills that I need to parent an older child. I think I need a newborn. I want to encourage you to at least take a look at it. And if that's somewhere where your heart is being tugged, maybe it's something that God is saying, hey, I want you to do this, and I will give you the grace and the power to do it. And another thing when it comes to that is I find that, a lot of families like you may also be thinking, a newborn may not be as traumatized as an older child. And so it seems like it would be a safer age to adopt, right? A newborn versus an older child. And I can see why that would be, because a baby is a baby. They're so tiny, they're not talking yet, and you get to mold them as they're growing up. This is the way that God meant it to be, right? That a child would be born into a home and they would grow with you. That was God's design. So there is nothing wrong with desiring to adopt a newborn and desiring to watch them grow. But what I would say is that if you have a desire to grow your family through adoption, considering an older child is also important, because we don't want to just approach adoption solely from the basis of our feelings and what we want. Because the reality is that there are over 100,000 children waiting in foster care. They're waiting for a home like yours. And they just want someone who's going to love them, and someone who's going to care for them, and someone who's going to think that they're worth a home, they're worth a family. And so I want to encourage you that, if it's something you've thought of, like I said, with foster care, but you just feel like maybe I can't parent an older child, you can do it. There are so many resources, and I promise you, I have 5 kids in my home right now, and I cannot tell you the first thing about raising a teenager, even though I'm a mom right now. okay? Being able to foster or adopt from foster care has nothing to do with your parenting experience. It has everything to do with your willingness to open up your home to a child. And if you have the willingness to do it, you'll find the resources, you'll have the community around you who's going to help you, and you'll be able to help a child and love a child and be a parent to a child in a way that you never thought was possible. So I hope that encourages you today to look more into hopefully fostering, hopefully adopting from foster care, and giving a home to a child who is an older child but who needs your home. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, bye-bye.